with this screen here, I had items listed merchant fulfilled, and I went in to my inventory and converted them to fulfilled by Amazon. And when you click yes, it'll bring this screen here up, and it will tell you if you need an Amazon barcode or a manufacturer barcode. For manufacturer barcode, you don't have to print anything. It just goes in the box and gets shipped in. Those are commingled products, meaning yours gets mixed in with everyone else that's selling the same thing. Amazon barcodes have a SKU number specifically for my products. So when someone buys it from my store or buys one and they click my name, then I'm the one that Amazon's pulling from. And then with this screen here, it tells me what I need. It also tells me where it's already being fulfilled by. But then I just come down and I click on convert and send inventory. And it brings me to this page, individual products. I use the previous workflow because I think it's easier. On Seller Central, just my preference. And it'll bring me to the next screen where it gives me all my products. Then I have to put how many of each I'm selling or how many I'm sending in. That way it'll go into the box content, and Amazon will know when they scan the label what's in that box and how many's in that box. Then once I have how many units of each one I'm sending in, I'll come down and click continue, and it'll take me to the next page where I have to choose prep guidance. For all of these, I can choose no prep needed. Now if it's like clothes or grocery items that are like flour or cereal or something like that, you'll have to polybag. If it's grocery items, it's like barbecue sauce. If it's in a glass bottle or anything that's in a glass bottle, you'll have to bubble wrap and then polybag. If it's health and beauty products, if it's a liquid, it has to go in a polybag that has a pop top, like shampoo or something. You have to put a piece of tape on the top of the lid to keep it from popping open, and then polybag it. But it'll tell you that when you're listing items, what the prep conditions are. Yeah. Once I choose all those, I'll just come down, I'll hit continue. And it tells you who preps the item, which will be you. And it tells you down here, it says print labels for this page, and it tells you how many labels for the products, how many products. I'm gonna have 9 total labels for this one out of 10 products. So I've only got one that's being commingled. So I'll click on print labels for this page, and it downloads my labels here, and that's what my labels will look like. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn my printer on, and doing it this way, I use the Avery 8160. They're the 30 up labels. It's 3x10. I'll print them off and put them onto the products. Then once my labels are printed, I'll come over, hit continue. And when the labels come out, they will look like this. They'll start at the top left and print straight down and go each row that way. And it tells you on there what the item is, so you know what to put it on. But that barcode label there is specific for you and your store. Nobody else has those. They won't pull someone else's stuff for yours. Then it will come up here and it will tell me what my shipping plan is here. Tells me how many SKUs are in there, with how many units are in it, and which warehouse it's going to. And I'll just come down, I'll hit approve and continue. And it'll bring up the shipment name, shipment and all, with a work on shipment tab. I'll just click on work on shipment and it'll bring me to the next one here. Unless you have hazardous goods, flammable stuff like that, it'll always come up as Amazon partnered carrier, which is UPS. All of them are going to be small partial delivery. This here is for people doing massive amounts, shipping pallets in. So all this here will stay the same. Now if you do ship anything that's aerosol, flammable, something like that they consider hazardous goods, you'll have to click on other carrier and it'll let you select USPS, UPS, FedEx, whatever. But you have to send it all ground and you have to buy your own shipping label. You don't get any discounts or anything like that, which ain't no big deal. But then it says, how will this shipment be packed? This one's small enough as everything's going in one box. And it will come up. Oh shoot. And it'll pull up everything you're going to put in that one box. If you have a lot of stuff and your labels don't give you specifics as to exactly what it is, you can click on this little box right here and it will give you the SKU number, and you can match the SKU number to the product right there. But with this one I don't have to for that. Once I get everything loaded up, I have to weigh my box, tell what box size it is. Now for your barcode labels, when you put them on, they go over top of the actual barcode that's on the box. And you just stick it on. It don't have to be perfect, but it needs to be to where they can scan it at the warehouse. And if there were any other barcodes on here, you would have to take a blank one and cover it up. Only that barcode can be visible if you're putting barcodes on there. If it's a manufacturer barcode, it doesn't matter. You just throw the box in the box and let it go. Once I have all that done, I will close my box up and I'll put the weight in and the box size. Click confirm. And that'll bring me over here and it tells me one box, shipment weight 14 pounds. We'll calculate shipping cost through UPS. And it'll come up as charge me for 14 pounds. Now if this here was heavier, say 65 pounds, it might charge me for 125 pounds. But it still isn't bad. I sent out one shipment I did last night was They billed me for 254 pounds off 10 boxes. And it wasn't but like $52 to ship all that. So I accept charges, and you got 24 hours to avoid that if you decide not to send it that way. Then down here, I print these labels off of my thermal printer, my Rollo, but it does have a thing for blank rectangle labels that you can print just from straight from regular printer. But you go and you choose what day you're shipping it out on. I'm sending all of mine out tomorrow. Oops, not the 11th. Click print box labels, and it'll bring me this one up, and I'll go print these labels. Then once I have my labels, you'll have your FBA label. This one here has to go on the box. It's the one that when they scan it at the warehouse, it tells them whose package it is and everything you have in that box. And then you have your normal shipping label, and I'll show you how to put them on the box here in just a second. But once that is done, you print your labels. Come over here and click complete shipment, and that's done. It is now in the system, ready to go, and Amazon is expecting it. For your labels, this one can go on however you want to put it on, the regular shipping label. The FBA label, I always put it in the top right hand corner opposite of the shipping label, but this barcode has to be away from the seam here. Never put it over top of this seam. If they have to cut it, you'll be screwed on them scanning it and knowing what's in that box. So I always put it up here like that. Same way if you just print it off of a regular printer, you can cut it out, just put it up here right hand corner away from the seam, out of the way, and then put your shipping label wherever, and that's it. You can take it and drop it off, or you can schedule a pickup for UPS. So I've got how many boxes now going out, so I'm gonna schedule them to come pick mine up from here at the house. But otherwise it'll be if it was just one box here, I would take it out to CVS and drop it off.